I use the tenacity of the o'opu. I never knew that they had to go downstream to come back upstream. So I said to myself, wow, okay, Kanaka, if you can be like that, if we can find any trickle of water, any chance that we have the opportunity to move ourselves up, I think of the o'opu as fighting his way up, all the way up.
You're right. I mean, that's a great metaphor of how we as Kanaka, we don't just have to survive here in Hawaii, we can continue to thrive again.
Correct.
So we found out through Small Town Big Art that telling stories and the stories of our kupuna of our past have become very, very crucial. Each one of the cohort members was asked to pair up with a kupuna in Maui. And so it came forth to 6 pairings and these incredible stories of Maui. We take the 6 stories that we have brought forth in a previous Small Town Big Art Call to Artists, and now, again, leveling up becomes the ideas and the inspiration for the call to artists for this next round of artists. So, excitingly so, we're going to be launching the blessing and unveiling of a muralist, Cory Taum, and in collaboration with him, Adaptations Dance Theater, a group of modern dancers that are based here in Wailuku that are going to take Cory's 2-dimensional mural and bring it forth into a 3-dimensional experience because they use and share a likeness in that they use the story of Uncle Cliff and Hōkūao as their inspiration. So definitely Small Town Big Art, next level.
I was inspired by this story. I could relate, and in many ways thinking about perseverance and the life cycle of the o'opu, and within recent times, the past 100 years, their environment has changed drastically, just as the people and the other aspects of the environment in Hawaii, and just the idea that through all of this, there's always a way. And I really liked what he said about thrive, not survive. Yeah, because sometimes we're just thinking about just survival, and that's step one, but we need to go beyond that. Yeah, and how can Hawaii thrive? Yeah. Within my research of the o'opu and learning about the different types and learning that different o'opu can reach different points in the stream, but I kind of use that in my composition to imply this idea of mauka to makai, but not only that, but striving for the summit and trying to return to that place, return to the source of where their life started and where it ends, and it continues forever.
So I love that the efforts in this project are focused on Wailuku and ties in Hale Ho'ike and ties in our rivers and the kupuna of this place. And I think this is setting a really good foundation for efforts to be expanded beyond Wailuku, because I think every moku, every ahupua'a has a stories to tell. And especially from a kuana ike Hawaii, especially from a Hawaiian perspective. And I think while these may not be long drawn out oral histories, just these little snippets that are being done, whether they're 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, they really give way to a broader perspective of what time was like, prior to what we're experiencing today. Seeing these different forms of artwork that are coming out, that are kind of weaving these stories together, is something that people will be able to resonate with and remember the mo'olelo and the discussions that we had. Even if it was just for just capturing a point in time, these are strong remembrances of those opportunities and experiences.
So seeing his artwork on the wall, it jumped from a 2-dimensional medium to the body. And I think what resulted is just this fluid, sequential movement through the body, but also through space that I hope will parallel the movement that he captures in his mural. The Bits Left Behind is a new dance work that reflects the communal childhood memories of old Wailuku. From the sweet smell of bananas and the sound of St. Anthony's church bells, to watching the festive parades and swimming alongside O'opu in the Iao River, the dancers weave through the imagination and whimsy of the personal stories told by longtime Wailuku locals. The piece reminds us of what has changed and what has stayed the same in Wailuku. It honors this town's legacy, the strong bones of a place that still has many more stories to be told. In the work, I spent a great deal of time weaving together the interviews from our community consultations with grand piano, which is one of the sounds that our community members associated with their childhood memories that they were telling stories about. These stories, although they are small, I believe that that's what makes Wailuku. It doesn't have to be like the big grand moments that take place here. It's the small things that really have given Wailuku depth and a richness that draws people to it.
I think kupuna-driven, community-driven, artist-driven, it's just truly gratitude and blessings on so many levels. Mahalo.